know who Molly Ringwald is.
Ah.
Now,
over the age of 13.
Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, oh. That's my Judd Nelson. I know that's obviously not Judd Nelson, but the fist in the air is what the audience didn't see. I guess I'm not. Robbie's not the only one raising his hands for the audience, or fisting for that matter.
To be fair, I'm half Jewish, half Italian, and all gay. My hands don't sit still for more than 2 seconds.
Well then. Ha ha, dangly parts.
Dangly parts. Good job throwing in a completely inside reference that nobody will ever get unless they can go back in time to the Preston Lacey show where I got to work with Preston Lacey.
No, it was actually the show after that, and R.J. Papora was up on stage, or however you say his last name. And
no, it wasn't, dude. It was RJ was on both of those shows.
Yeah, it was the show after
Wasn't that the show I was in?
Yeah, it was when Robbie was in the show.
But he didn't say dangly parts during my show, my show.
I did. I have the camera camera video to prove it. Oh. It was at the Village Inn.
Well, how come that video is not on YouTube?
It was at the Villager.
The Villager.
Yeah, I get the two confused.
Villager V-Pub.
Yeah, the Villager restaurant in Canandaigua. That's 245 South Main Street, Canandaigua, New York, this Friday. Comedian Andrew Lee coming from New York City, because I'm going to throw out as many self-promoting. I am a self-promotionalizing whore.
What's the address to Pulp Nouveau?
It's fucking Main Street. I don't know. I don't know the fucking address to Pulp Nouveau. I wish I did, dude. I actually missed. They did the indoor yard sale Sunday down at the Inn on the Lake with all like the 25-cent books and everything. And I refused to share it just in case more people found out about it, so it wouldn't be my own personal little thing. And then I couldn't even go because I had to go to a show in Cicero, New York. Okay, and I had to work clean. I had to work completely clean. I did my first completely clean set.
Oh my!
You took a shower?
that, and I didn't curse. I didn't do any of that. I worked with a gentleman by the name of KD the Comic, who currently lives in West Virginia, who was a part of NASCAR, I think, as an announcer, and then he was on Last Comic Standing. And I remember the season he was on. I remember watching him on Last Comic Standing, which was exciting. And you're not sneaking out for a cigarette, are you? We'll be done here soon.
How long have we been?
Soonish. I mean, we've been doing about a half hour so far.
I say I'm down to keep recording.
Yeah.
But I do want to have one.
Well,
we'll edit that part out.
You know, how about we just we're gonna go ahead and take a break, and we're gonna pick this up. I know Evan will have some sort of music or an interview, or maybe
we'll edit that out too.
No,
that was Brittany, by the way.
We won't edit that out. That's the point.
That is one of the many reasons why I am marrying that woman. She can hold up a belching contest, and you tell me that it's not somewhat of a turn on to hear a lady just up and belch.
I am not turned on by a lady doing anything.
fair enough.
I've heard stories of experiments in the past.
There's things.
Well, of course,
there's things, bodily functions that do not turn me on as far as that is concerned. Because I had my girlfriend the other day. She literally attacked me. Right? She threw me down on the bed, and then she jumped up on top of me. And well, actually, she didn't really throw me on the bed. I was like, "You're coming here with me." So we fell together on the bed. Then she jumped up top of me, and then she ever so slightly farted all over my dick.
I believe that's called queefing.
No. That was not a queef. It was a full-blown... it was a fart.
Now, good sir, tell me you've never once accidentally farted on a girl while she's giving you head.
I've never farted around a girl.
That's bullshit. You fart around Brittany all the time.
No, I don't.
Then, if it's not you and it's not me, then who is it?
Robbie farts a lot.
I was going to say...
Did it vibrate?
My dick? Yeah, it did. No, the whole thing. The fart on my dick completely vibrated my whole penis. And I was at the point where I was like, I shouldn't be aroused by this because I'm so turned off by it. I'm the kind of person, listen, I was with Shannon, my ex, for 4.5 years, and I didn't even fart around her once. No, that's not true. I farted around her a couple of times, but they were always when I knew they would be quiet. But it was right toward the end of the relationship. And when I hated her. I guess it's like Katie, if you're listening at home, my current girlfriend, she's amazing. She's so phenomenal. If I ever start farting around you, that's because our relationship is going to fail.
I do not fart. I don't fart. I don't belch. I don't hiccup. Therefore, I must bitch or I will fucking explode.
Now, on that note of farting, I'm a firm believer. If you're going to have a healthy relationship, you have to deal with that kind of shit because you're going to be with that the rest of your life. I mean, honestly, it doesn't mean let everything go. But if you got to fart, just do it. Just say, excuse me afterwards. And, you know.
I don't know. I was mocked enough in high school for the way I smelled and the way I looked and so many other things about me that I just can't do it.
Paul spilled his beer.
Oh, party foul.
Yeah.
Party foul. Anyway, like I said, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. Evan is going to go ahead and edit in either some sort of music. I know he always has a featured band, or we might be doing the Bob the Butler's word of the week. No, what?
Bob the Butler. It was a Disney movie at some point.
I don't know about anything about that. No, Bob the Butler on Beer Pirate Radio, the original Beer Pirate Radio, not our Duane Wilt Show, is a thing that Evan does where he has a British accent. Not his own British accent. It could be like a type to speak, or he knows a British guy. I'm not exactly sure how he hammers it out, but finds an Urban Dictionary word, and that's the Urban Dictionary word of the week. And then Bob the Butler says the word in his British accent, and then reads the definition. So it could be that, or it could be the featured music of the week, or it could be the interview I have with Andrew Lee, depending on when this is aired. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this, edit. Evan, this is for you to work on your editing skills. And we're back. Thank you for sticking around for as long as you have. I'm really having a lot of fun with this. Our inaugural run of the Duane Wilt Show, the Beer Pirate Radio podcast, is very exciting. Now, Brittany, as we were going to break, you were saying something.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that I'm having a lot of fun with this, Duane. Like, I know I'm not really saying much of anything, but I kind of like the whole podcast thing because it's almost like just having a conversation that you would in everyday life and people understand it, and that's kind of cool because I've always wondered if other people think the same shit that we do, so...
Right. And I think at this point we're all saying, thank God she's been quiet this long. No. but
Such an asshole.
Aren't I though? I feel like I'm very humble, but at the same time I'm probably like the greatest asshole you'll ever meet. You know?
Only when you're drunk.
Only when I'm drunk, which is all the time. So, but you know, you were saying something else too. You had something else to come in on, right? Didn't you, on your paper there?
Did I?
Didn't you? Isn't that what we had? You had something you were going to come in and we were going to talk about? Or was that it? That was it.
I guess so.
That was it. Well, thank you for contributing. Ladies and gentlemen, Brittany Tush, the future Tush Inglesby. That's a hyphenate, isn't it? Fucking A.
Yeah, but I just couldn't lose my BLD. It's not so funny when it's BLI. Sounds like some sort of STD.
Got a wicked case of the BLIs. But the BLIs, I don't know, maybe is that like some sort of like eye disease at that point?
Kind of sounds like some sort of amino acid cousin or something like that.
Get some sort of conjunctivitis. That's how I got the BLIs. Somebody farted on my pillow. I got pink eye. He got the BLI. Somebody had the brown eye.
Just really high.
Oh man. So.
Let's bring this back north. Hey.
A lot of crazy stuff's been happening recently, and I kind of want to get into it, Robbie. Now that you're homosexual American, is that the technical term for it? Everything has to have that. You know, there's the African American, the Asian American. You're the homosexual American, correct? That's what we're using to describe you people.
Well, I wouldn't call him a cigarette.
British humor for those of you who don't get it.
But the tragedy in Orlando. This happened fairly recently, and as a gay person, I was wondering. I was actually looking for your take on it. Like, how do you like? Just talk to me about what the feelings that you had that went through your mind and the things that you understand what I'm saying? What I'm asking you?
Well, I have to say that it's kind of saddening and surprising to me. I mean, what was that little kid doing around an alligator anyway?
Yeah, I mean, is it time for them to change the mascot?
Oh my god. God, you stole my joke. I wrote that joke. I did. I wrote that joke the day of that fucking little kid getting eaten by the alligator or drowning next to it in the fuck. Thank you, Robbie, for taking that one. But no,
I am trying to approach a very sad subject with the only coping mechanism I have, which is humor.
Which is my humor.
Shut up.
I know, I'm sorry. I did ask you, though, and go ahead. I apologize.
I am surprised, actually, that this happened because I had thought, as a nation, we had grown beyond something this ridiculously extreme, regardless of reason. I had thought that we as people had grown closer in my lifetime. It didn't really strike me. You know, I guess I've always sort of known, but it never really reminded me. It was never as obvious as it is now that things really haven't as progressed as fluidly as we would have wanted. You know?
Now, I have a question for you, and I want your opinion just for sake of asking. Is it wrong of me to view it as I don't care that these people were gay or anything like that? I'm more devastated at the fact that people in general still resort to this kind of thing. I mean, I deeply care and I'm deeply concerned, but at the same time, there's people out there like feminists and everybody like that want to throw their 2 cents in that say, they were gay, how dare you? And it's like, well, they were also people too, and that's what we're trying to establish as a world and as a nation, you know?
I can see where you're coming from saying that.
I mean, I work in a place where I have to keep my opinions very limited, so I try and see it the best way I can without offending people.
Hey, Paul.
What?
When Robbie's trying to finish fucking answering
Sorry.
a question, don't interrupt him for a second. I'm just saying.
Sorry.
Okay, see, well, no, I mean, he was obviously continuing. Nobody gives a shit about your job and how you have to keep it quiet. My question is, where's the Gay Lives Matter movement?
Anyways, as you were
Sorry,
saying,
that sort of blindsided me. Well, I forgot your question.
you said I said I'm more devastated that we still resort to this violence, and there's people out there saying that because it was, a gay bar or whatever it was, we should be more offended, and it's like
As compared to just people being people.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're trying to establish as a country and as a world, so why does it matter where it happened or who it was? It was the fact that some jackass went out and slaughtered so many people.
I can definitely see where you're coming from on that. And I think that taking a sip of beer, give me a moment.
All right. So you were talking about how we've come this far as a people, that this kind of thing blindsided you in general.
It's a shock to me. I did not. I guess I deluded myself.
And you were saying because the relationship that people have on the day-to-day, are you talking specifically between homosexuals and anybody, all the straight people, or is homosexuals based on like a broader aspect of like the world has come to accept the homosexuals more, that this wouldn't be a thing? And do you believe that it was it terrorist related? Was it because he's Muslim? There's that whole thing that I'm not even sure if it, like, currently what the news is saying even. I
am hearing conflicting stories, and I'm not sure what's true and what isn't. I'm hearing that he apparently, for those of you who are tuning in for a comedy podcast, this is Political Hour.
Yeah, I mean, and that's honestly where my point comes in of, why label it to Muslim, black, white, Asian? Who the fuck cares? It's the fact that it's a person.
Well, I think if we're talking about, talking about a terrorist attack,
Yeah.
it's what is motivating the terrorists. Like, I think at that point, I think America's always looking for somebody to blame, number one. But I mean, if we're looking for motives as to the reason why, was this because that they were homosexuals, or was this because of a person's like religious beliefs? I mean, obviously those two can go hand in hand. I'm sure a lot of us have seen some of the Westboro Baptists out there saying that this is God's work and that this Muslim was a messenger of God.
Paul,
Yes.
you say that you want to view this as 50 people being slaughtered by a lunatic.
Yeah.
I can see where you're coming from, but I can't look at it that way.
Well,
Shut up.
Okay.
Because they weren't murdered for being people. Don't try to gloss over who these people were. They died for those identities. These were 50 gay people and gay and straight allies of gay people who were out having fun and just were killed. This was a hate crime.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I didn't mean to sound as if I was trying to gloss it over. I mean, I deeply cared. If you and I were in a place like that and some jackass walked in and started shooting people up, I would most definitely jump in front of you because you're one of the very few best friends I have left. There's no reason for hate crimes and anything like that in this world, and that's why I'm so disgusted by this. I mean, it's terrifying because, now people are spouting off about, he said, she said, and stuff like that. I mean, I'm deeply hurt by it, and I'm not trying to gloss it over or anything like that. I guess I don't know how to feel about the whole thing because I myself am newish to accepting things because of the way I was brought up.
Yeah, for those of you out there who do not know Paul, he until recently was fairly bigoted against the homosexuals. That was until Robbie and him shared an extremely saucy cosplay kiss, a gaytality, as it was at RockCon a few years ago. That was it was beautiful. It really was. The people, and if anybody who listens to this now remembers RockCon, the first year was in the which RockCon being the Rochester comic book and anime science fiction convention that we were all attending this fall. I know I bought my tickets already, and we've already been talking about cosplay today.
Where did you get tickets?
Oh, I bought tickets online. I saw something on Facebook, and it was just like, buy your tickets now and get a deal. So I bought like a whole weekend pass, and I still have it. So I just have to go and show them the thing when I get there. And then like I saw something else like later, it's like, get it the cheapest you'll ever get it. I was like, fuck me. I already got it. The lady's really nice, the lady who runs the RockCon too, and it's great there. RockCon is also one of those LGBT friendly communities. I feel like the cosplay community in general is extremely LGBT friendly, and we are an LGBT friendly podcast. I think I'm saying that right. There's too many fucking letters. I hate acronyms. I do, just in general.
Really, dude? I mean, we've probably already got, like, what, 6 comment wars going on right now in the comment section?
Yeah.
There's no comment section. I don't let people have those. I don't have one of those.
You don't have a comment section?
Nope, I don't give a fuck
then we'll
about
edit
what your
that
opinion
out.
are. No, leave it there. Leave it there, so that way they know they don't get one, because I don't give a shit what they think.
But, yes, to get back on the topic, I was raised in what I like to, and I don't hold my parents against this or my grandparents or anything like that. But what was the 1950s household where the wife had dinner ready at 5 o'clock when the husband came home from work or anything like that, and that, you know, things were supposed to be a certain way and it was wrong to think like this and blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. I'm pretty sure I was hit with the Bible a few times. But anyways.
Actually hit with the Bible?
Yes.
Like you had Yilo Elbib like imprinted across your forehead?
No, it was a hardcover textbook in Bible class. Yes. For a second. It still hurts.
Does your brain hurt every time you try to think? Is that just one of those things?
No, that was actually true.
Robbie, he's trying to say words of some kind. I'm
but
sure
anyways,
of it.
Getting back on the topic.
It's like he's trying to speak to us.
It wasn't until I met Robbie that I was very nicely informed that words such as the F-bomb and other things
like
were...
fuck?
No, not
no,
the
this
good
is
bomb.
This is a podcast. You don't have to say the F word. What are we talking about? Huh?
Not the good F-bomb, the 6-letter F-bomb.
For the British humor people, cigarettes. And since, you know, we're on the topic.
I know there's a few people out there going F-A-G-G.
But anyways, it wasn't until Robbie very
I think
nicely
fags just got the 4 letters.
over a nice conversation that things like that were
on their
hurtful
fingers.
And that, you know, they were offensive and that I was, for lack of better words, like Duane said, a bigoted idiot. And
See,
since
Robbie doesn't get offended when I say the word faggot. He said so. But once you send a guy a picture of your dick, it's kind of hard to... Well, I know. I talk about it on stage. I was looking. I said I've only ever sent and I know that I gotta stop talking about my wiener. But I've only ever sent pictures to 2 people.
For like the 4th time now.
I know. I always do. It always comes back to that.
I'm the gay one?
I know. I can't help it.
Are you just doing this because I'm here?
No, it has nothing to do with you. It's just because
Are you trying to seduce me because I'm moving in? I am not giving you a break on the rent.
Do or do not. There is no try. That's fucking
not.
Yoda. Do not. Okay. So I know not to, and I won't. I forget what I was.
Your girlfriend is listening to this.
Well, she might be. She probably listened to the first half and then shut it off, just like all the other listeners. They're going to break. Fuck it. We don't even. We're done with it. But no, fuck it. I have so many jokes about my penis that like when it feels like it comes up naturally. Yeah, I have a tiny penis. I wish I was compensating for. Actually, you know what? My girlfriend has given me 2 compliments. She says that I have a pretty nice penis and excellent calf muscles, and one of them's a lie. Look at these calf muscles. They're phenomenal.
No one can see them.
You
pointed that out to me.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and post this on the Duane Wilt comedy page. You guys, when you're listening, go ahead and scroll through that. Just type calf muscles into the search bar on my page. I don't even know how it works. Just look for a picture of my calf muscles. I'll be posting them weekly.
Yeah, go ahead. Rate it 1 to 10.
My calf muscles get a solid 8. A solid 8.
Yeah. You do a lot of bike riding to and from work.
I do. I ride my teeny bicicleta.
Can you ride your bike with no handlebars?
I can ride my bike with no handlebars. That's as much as we're allowed to sing without having to pay for that song.
Well, on that subject, I recently got to ride one of those new quote-unquote hoverboards. That's actually just a Segway without the doodad.
Segway without the doodad.
I had stupidly burst out into a song like that. I was like, I can ride my Segway with no handlebars. No handlebars. And, you know...
How do you keep your balance on that thing?
You don't. Same as a
Carefully.
longboard. I fell off my ass at least 4 times.
Oh,
swore,
wow.
threw it across the room. Thank God, you know, I was a test dummy.
I feel like, Paul, you can't keep your balance on anything. You
Actually,
can't keep your
I'm
balance
quite-
on your own flat feet.
I'm actually quite the master of my own balance. I mean, I'm sure I could come up with a gag reel from all the times at Charlie's I'm almost fallen on my ass and recovered myself.
Sped up to the Yakety Sax song.
Don't talk
That's not
Yakety Sax.
Oh, Yakety Sax.
The
That's
Benny Hill theme?
The Benny Hill theme. I was thinking Yakety Yaks. Like Yakety Yak.
Don't talk
So I was
back.
actually right.
You were.
Do I get a cookie?
You do get a
Do
cookie.
you have cookies?
I don't have cookies. Paul, get us cookies. Another!
Well, you know, I also thought that somebody along that lightning strike at Charlie's might have had a great idea, but we'll never know. But on that note, it was also very terrifying because I had left work at 3 o'clock and I was back at 3:30 to pick Brittany up and crack boom.
Crack a boom.
That's the best way I can describe it. It was this loud crack boom. It
I-
shook the windshield of my mother's van.
See, I saw. It Shook the Windshield of My Mother's Van is the next name of my comedy album. For the record. But I saw the video of the lightning strike. There's a video online. The Messenger or one of the local things posted it. Maybe we can put it on the news section of the webpage here.
It's a
I'll figure
huge
that out.
lightning bolt.
It's a huge lightning bolt. It's insane. I saw the video online, and like it seriously looked like the wrath of one of the gods just being like, "Fuck you, Charlie's. That's what you get for messing up Dwayne's hamburger."
To catch people up to speed when it happened, I was in the van. We were turning in Canandaigua. There's the plaza where Big Lots and all that crap is. Also Taco Bell, not crap. But
No, excessively crap, and not
Yeah.
just and not
Expel
because
the
like
bell.
Taco Bell is like anything like that's crappy, but like once you eat it, you will just crap. That's
Yeah, expel
I've been
the bell.
working at Taco Bell for 6 months now. I've lost like an exponential amount of weight because all I do is shit.
in the intersection, we had seen it strike, and I pulled up my phone and called Scott, and I was like, "We were struck, man." He's like, "So?" I'm like, "Boards went flying. You should probably get here." And it was in the middle of this
I
ridiculous
didn't see
thunderstorm.
boards flying in the fucking thing. That'd be cool. It was a really crappy
Yeah,
like.
but, so I get there and I
freeze
run
frame
inside
camera,
like a
you know?
madman. And I'm like, the building's been struck by lightning. Everybody stay calm, stay inside. There's a major electrical storm. And this guy comes in nonchalantly, and I quote and sound just like this: "Your building's on fire." Just like Dooley from King of the Hill. And then he walks out, and it's like, that changes everything. And so I'm like, everybody out. So we cleared everybody out during this major thunderstorm, and thank God everybody wasn't hurt and stuff like that. But the firemen took their time putting it out, but that was only because it had caught the insulation on fire. From what people I've talked to described it as stoking the fire.
Now you said something about the other day when I was talking to you about the fire that there was a guy out there on his phone like videotaping it,
Yeah,
blocking.
it was ridiculous. There were people standing outside when the fire trucks were trying to come up the parking lot area, and they're standing there. I actually knocked somebody's phone out of their hand and broke it. It's like, this isn't a goddamn spectacle. My job's on fire, and the firemen are trying to get through. Move your vehicle and stuff like that. And, you know, the people in the Aldi's parking lot couldn't figure out why they couldn't exit that way. They were being quite rude. But, you know, it was a major thunderstorm and stuff like that. People are frantic. It was ridiculous. Crowd control was hard.
Now the community was actually able to pull together really well for that chicken barbecue.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They came back and, you know, they proved that they weren't just a bunch of people who came to eat at Charlie's. And we ended up selling over 13,300, something like that. I forget what the exact number is, but quite a few of them. And we were able to pay for all the stuff insurance wouldn't cause. We all
What, like 13,000 or 13? More than 13.
founded. $13,000, I think it
You
was.
that's how much money you raised, $13,000?
No, that's how many chickens we sold.
That's how many chickens you sold.
At $10 a meal.
So how